How does one work a 40-hour-a-week job, have time to cook healthy meals, sleep 8 hours a night, and go to the gym?
Meal prep over the weekend can save you 30 to 45 minutes of cooking every weeknight. But the big thing is to learn to be passionate about going to the gym. For most people, the work week is likely closer to at least 50 hours a week when accounting for travel time. So if you learn to love working out, going to the gym will help you de-stress and serve as mental wind-down time that you might otherwise spend sitting around watching TV or playing a game.
I love going to the gym. But by the time I finish, I'm hungry and so tired that it's hard to get back up. I don't want to lose the motivation to go to the gym.
You have two simple options then. Get up extra early and go before work, or bring a light snack like some fruit or granola bar with you to work, and go straight from work to the gym. Don't give yourself a chance to sit around at home between the two activities and lose your momentum. I have the same problem where I shut down as soon as I get home from work. Though I don't really like the gym and have never been able to stick to it without a workout buddy. Haha.
Time-wise, easily. Energy-wise, not as easily, but doable. Edit. Thought I'd add a bit more on the energy part. It's getting started with working out, that's the hard part. But once you do, you'll find you have more energy throughout the day, partly due to better sleep and partly due to other biological reasons. This will also increase your appetite and perhaps motivate you to cook better meals. As for cooking in general, as many people have said, meal prep is very helpful for saving time, and cooking big meals so that you can have leftovers is also a great strategy.
I'm trying to figure that out with 3 kids under 5 years old, maybe in 10 years.
I do all that and still manage at least 4 hours of gaming a day, because no kids.
1. Have an easy-to-make quick breakfast and meal prep lunch and/or dinner. 1 to 2 days out of the week. It takes a couple of hours, but it's worth it. 2. Prioritize sleep. That might mean hanging out with friends a little less. 3. Adopt a program that you know you can stick to with a full-time job, and one that will be beneficial but not take 3 hours a day. For example, I do 2 full-body workouts a week and jump rope for cardio 3 times a week. Full-body workouts take 2 hours, and jump rope workouts are usually between 15 to 30 minutes. So I'm really only working out about 5 to 6 hours a week. That's doable, in my opinion, for the average person.
Definitely agree with this, especially number 1. I currently commute 4 hours a day. Yes, I'm a little crazy. But work out 5 to 6 days a week for 45 minutes to 1 hour. I've found that easy meals are key. A protein shake or non-fat Greek yogurt in the morning that I can eat on the bus or train, then meal prep for lunch and/or dinner. I've also found that simple meal preps make life easier. The fewer ingredients and prep steps, the better. For example, ground meat fajitas are super easy and only require 1 to 3 utensils to clean afterward. I also make sure to use my free time on the weekends for my longer workouts and strategically place my rest days during the work week when I know I'll be more exhausted and less likely to follow through. Lastly, it's all about habit. I always pack my gym bag and lay out my work clothes the night before so I can get up and go. It took me a while, but it significantly saves me time in the morning. And by keeping my gym bag in the trunk, I don't have an excuse not to go to the gym on my way home. It definitely took time and practice. You'll figure out what works for you, but planning ahead and meal prep have really made a huge difference.
Bike to work. That's free gym time.
The 40-hour work week is a throwback to when families had 1 earner and 1 stay-at-home parent. It's great when everyone says, "Oh, work, sleep, eat." There are still 6 hours left, forgetting there are things like chores, laundry, grocery shopping, and, of course, time to actually enjoy yourself. That said, it can still be done as long as it's scheduled. You can get a good workout in, even just 30 to 45 minutes. It's just not ideal.
Came here to say this. The 40-hour work week is designed for people who have a support partner back home, who does all or most of the cooking, cleaning, grocery shopping, waiting at home to meet the plumber, etc.
A week is 24x7 for 168 hours. Subtract 40 for work and another 10 for travel. That's 118. Subtract 8x7 for sleep, leaving 62. Meals take maybe 7x2 hours at most, leaving 48. And so on. How much do you need for going to the gym?
This was actually very eye-opening. I can do things.
Sounds realistic until you consider your energy after work.
Most people are mentally tired after work, and physical exercise will actually reinvigorate them. The trouble is that mental exhaustion makes you feel like you can't exercise. I have to force myself to go to yoga or the pool every time. But after a few poses or strokes, I lose the fatigue. And by the time I'm done, I feel fantastic.
Exactly. Years ago, my dad was getting on me about losing some weight, so I looked at him and said, "You're right, I do need to do that. I need to go to the gym like you do. But I have a question. How do you manage your time? How do you work 50+ hours a week, commute, go to the gym, and also do all the grocery shopping, laundry, house cleaning, and take care of the kids too?" He looked at me like I was an absolute idiot and, with a big old duh in his voice, said, "Your mother did all that." Then it hit him. He backed off after that.
Meal prep, time management, and automating some things. 1. I have very specific things for breakfast. For example, oatmeal, coffee, and a boiled egg. I boil my eggs the previous evening, so in the morning I just put the kettle on and breakfast is 90% ready. The same goes for dinner. You save lots of time if your food decisions are made in advance. 2. I order groceries and clean on Saturday mornings. There's a solid routine for when things get cleaned, trash gets taken out, and the fridge gets refreshed with pre-selected grocery items. 3. If you do healthy things like eat clean, stay hydrated, and sleep well, you tend to have the energy to do other things better, like go to the gym. 4. Have a planner. Crossing things out is fun.
Honestly, no social life. You can run the numbers 24x7 hours in a week, minus 56 for sleep, etc. But the problem is that it's hard to calculate in-between time and unexpected delays. Do you really want to cut short a random conversation with an old friend you happen to run into? Even if that's your intention, will you think to do it before 10 or 20 minutes of conversation and gym time have passed? We don't really have a system that allows most people to take their time, stay healthy, and still have enough. The time people spend on small conversations, commuting, talking to friends, and being with significant others are precisely the first things you can afford to cut in the name of dedication and sacrifice towards staying focused on your goal. That hour at the gym every day, if you have kids, is a very meaningful choice for you, your partner, and your children. That's where a lot of folks lose sleep. Slowly but surely, the idea of a 25-30-hour work week is gaining traction. Given the reality that there just isn't enough time to do what's expected of most of us, given the paychecks we earn. Some people actually have a 40-hour job that's not an implied 45-60 hours, but many still need to prove their dedication or risk their livelihoods. It's not impossible, but most people who manage it have a good boss, an understanding partner, a decent paycheck, and no kids. They have a full-time job that doesn't require unpaid extra hours, and their commute time is probably below average.
Personally, I dedicate one of my days off to doing errands, which normally includes paying any bills that are due that week, going over my finances, getting groceries, and anything I need for my cat, and maybe doing a little bit of shopping. On my second day off, I spend roughly half the day cleaning and meal prepping. For me, that means waking up at 9 a.m., cooking myself breakfast, and then cleaning until about 1 or so. After that, I might go see friends or family and spend the rest of my day doing things I want to do. It also helps that I work from home, so I don't have to worry about travel time, and many of my hobbies are things I can do inside my apartment. I just make simple meals and store them in the fridge or freezer, then reheat them whenever I'm ready to eat.